So the way we do it is we usually have the author tell Andy and I what parts we're going to play.
Yes, so
Okay.
she told us beforehand. I'm gonna read the
Oh,
narrator,
Yeah, he's got the black
and
part.
okay.
yeah, she's gonna read the stuff in red, and you're gonna be purple dude.
I'll be Purple Dude. Okay, it's anything I should know about Purple Dude?
um, Purple dude is in pain. That's
He's in pain.
he's
Okay.
in pain. Yeah, purple dude's in pain.
And he's a man.
He's a man. Yes, his name is
Okay.
Foley. The main character, his name is Elielu. That's how you pronounce that. It's Elielu.
Alien. Wow.
Mhm.
So we're gonna screw up the pronunciation of her
That's
words
fine.
terribly.
Okay.
This is from the new book, so this is not the deep, epic, hard. This is the lighter, high fantasy. Kurintor, now you will see.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm ready when y'all are.
Glasses.
All right. Here I go. All right. Alielu shuttered the windows of his chamber, glancing over to the sealed archway in the corner. It had been several full moons since he'd entered the space, only sending his projected form into the room. He began to do so more of late. He didn't want to face what lay behind the walled illusion he'd created. However, as the Sanguis approached, he had no other choice. The vulnerability he felt was unsettling. This one element, this one presence, appeared to weaken him more than any other. Weakness was not something he wanted attributed to him. He took a calming breath, stepping into the shadows of the room. After resting a hand over the cool stone, he focused on the mark on his wrist. For a moment, he didn't move. He stared at the faint mark, the reddish hue against his pale flesh. It had never fully formed, or so he'd been told. He couldn't truly harness the elemental powers or feel their presence. He was meant to be less, never truly one of his people.
My people.
His eyes flared with that thought.
I'll be the most powerful.
He sneered, thrusting his hand forward.
You allow me mere remnants of your truths and imbue those inferior with your puissance.
He closed his eyes, concentrating on the energies within him.
Kishira.
As the last syllable resonated off the stone, the edges of an archway appeared. The edges glowed with the brightness of 1,000 fires. The heat created by the phenomenon radiated throughout his body.
Kishira.
He said with more intensity. A flash of bright light filled the room, appearing more as an immense and momentary volcanic eruption before only the glowing edges of the archway remained. Alielu stepped beneath the lintel, entering the cool, dank room. Minimal light lit the small space through the one covered crescent window carved into the stone. He stared over at the immobilized man against the wall. He sat motionless, unable to feel, hear, or see anything, appearing more of an effigy than a man. Though years had passed, he looked as he did when he'd first been brought to the tower. That perfect, handsome image, unmarred or affected by time. Alielu didn't want to injure him, but he wouldn't release him either. That feeling was one he couldn't admit, but the truth sat there before him, mocking him. Seeing the man evoked emotions he didn't wish to face, but he wouldn't allow that weakness, that debilitating sliver of humanity to surface. He focused on his objectives, forcing back whatever feelings attempted to penetrate the disciplined demeanor that he'd cultivated. There were answers he held, pieces of a puzzle long forgotten or obscured. Alielu couldn't discern which, and that uncertainty angered him. He was the key needed to unlock the powers of his people. Once he learned those truths, the beast would provide the rest.
Hojader.
Alielu whispered, releasing the man from the enchantment he'd placed over him. He continued his stare, observing the torpid form begin to reanimate. The man coughed, inhaling a deep and stinging breath. He steadied himself against the wall, nearly collapsing to the floor from the sudden movement.
Ah, it's good to have you back, Foley. I trust you've rested well.
Foley continued to cough, wincing as he glared up at him.
Elielu?
After all these years, that's still the first question you pose. Who else would you expect to greet you? There's only you and me now, Foley. As I've said before, mine will be the last face you'll ever see.
Is that meant to be a threat?
A threat? No, my good man. I offer it as a comfort. Isn't it a pleasant thought to know that we'll always be together?
He grimaced, reorienting himself to his limbs.
What? What happened to you? Why are you doing this? We loved you, the both of us.
Alielu's hand shot forward in a blur, clasping Foley around the throat.
Don't ever mention her to me. Never. I don't need your love. Not then, and certainly not now.
Foley gagged, coughing again as he released his throat.
Say what you will. Your actions belie your words. Belie?
Foley strained to speak. Belie.
You might keep me imprisoned, but you only imprison yourself. Each time you awaken me, it's a glimpse into a mirror, into your past and who you really are. You've allowed the teaching of the shades and their demon goddess to cloud your mind and corrupt your heart. That darkness will consume you, Elielu. Please, don't continue this. Whenever you appear to me, I can tell more of who you are is being siphoned away. You've aged even beyond my years in but a few. This isn't you. It's never been you.
Elielu smirked, taking a seat on the lone chair in the room.
You're consistent, aren't you? Any power worth having requires a sacrifice. The shades of thaumaturgy haven't weakened me. They provided me strength and lent me their powers.
Their powers, not yours. When something belongs to you, no one can ever take it away. You've never understood that or learned how powerful and unique you truly are. Don't allow their deceptions to control you, please. You would have learned what you seek in time. You were always meant to acquire the truths and be taught to harness your abilities. You're powerful on your own, Elielu. You don't need them. It's not too late to return to who you are. You're better than this, and Shreya would have helped you to understand that you caused.
Foley's shrieking screams echoed off the wall as a burst of energy from Aleu's hand suffused him. Elielu gasped, retracting his hand and staring down at it as if it was something foreign. That power, that surge of energy had only manifested one other time. Then he couldn't stop it, not like now. But he couldn't summon it as he should be able to. It only manifested when his conscious control faltered. A feral response, replacing his cognitive perspicacity. Elielu clenched his fist with that truth. He needed to learn to focus and control his power, and he would. A whimper from Foley claimed his attention. He straightened his hair, regaining his composure.
I've ordered water heated for a bath, and there's a meal and fresh clothing awaiting you. I'm certain that you're famished.
Kill me, Elielu, please. I'd rather die now than to see you become this monster. Please, deliver me to the bosom of Yomajan and allow me to rest at Shreya's side.
Rest? No, my dear Foley. Your goddess, Yomajan's arms shall remain empty. You've answers to provide and a new era to witness.
I don't know anything. Don't you understand? I don't know what you want. You killed her. She was going to tell you, and you killed her.
But I won't kill you, Father. You'll just wish that I had.
Very nice. Awesome.
Great job, guys.
Very cool. I loved it.
Thank you.
I love the diction in it. The vocabulary was so it was like reading a poem, actually. It was very nice.
Well, thank you very much.